we are going to proceed with the spotlight on our ancestors, wonderful ancestors. Like we say, we are part of our ancestors. We are part of their DNA. DNA. The apple did not fall far from the tree. We are our ancestors. So, welcome to today's topic: the burial rites in Igbo tradition.
Thank you so much. Burial rites in Igbo tradition. Life is a journey, which even death does not end or terminate in Igbo culture. That is what we believe. That's our worldview. Death is the beginning of another phase of life journey and existence. We move from one phase to the other. That's why in the original Igbo culture, an Igbo man, we don't fear death, especially when you live out all the full life. Now our lives are cut short because we are doing so many things and there's so much evil in the land. Before we will live long. Like when you read the Bible, you see Methuselah, Adam, all these ones living that long. Igbo people, we are living long. And then, so when we talk of burial ceremonies are held to honor the dead and ensure an honorable place for them in the spirit world. Yes, as in Igbo, we do believe, like we said, is transition. We are moving from this world to the next one. We told you the other time that as Igbos, we believe in reincarnation. So I think we've done it in one of our shows. So the spirit of the dead lingers around until proper burial rites are performed. So when you have not buried your dead person properly,
Keeping them in a place for 1 year so you can finish building your mansion.
only 1 year, 10 years safe. Some of them have turned to tuber of yam. Like look at them, they look like tubers of yam.
Yeah.
The
Allowing strangers to touch the body of your loved ones.
It's terrible. The spirits of the dead will linger around, and that's why you see a lot of evil going on in Igbo land. So the types of burial rites that we'll give to a dead Igbo person depends on certain criteria. The age of the dead person, the age at which the person died, is it young or old? Then the gender of the dead person, male or female. Type of death, there's what we call good death, bad death. When an old man or woman, like you grow old and then you do what you call ikepe, that means you hand on even your four and give them your will, oral will, and instruct them on what to do. Instruct your children, instruct your family on what to do. Death in Igbo land doesn't come on us suddenly. We prepare for it. Your father, your mother will call you, okay, I'm about to be on this journey. Look, this is what you do. This is what you do. I've told you a story about my mother-in-law's father, how he knew the time, he knew the day, he knew the time. He wore his white cloth, laid on the bed, and then he told them, okay, they've come, we're going. Like this you read inside Bible. So then there are some deaths that are abominable. We don't want that early death, or the one that from some diseases, or some people that did something that they shouldn't have done, so, and there's a way it's handled in Igbo culture. Then marriage status of the dead, married or single, that would also say what will be done during your burial. Then the social status and titles of the dead person held in the society, eze, nze, ozo, and all that, So all those things we'll run through. So the burial rites, we want to compare the tradition, what it used to be, and some new practices. In fact, some of them are even abominable. Like my sister has mentioned one of them, abominable practices in our land. So in our culture, there's something to say, one nozu na wozu aru, meaning it's only the family members that prepare the dead person for burial. Only the family members. They come in, immediate family, come in, clean him or her, prepare him for this journey, because like we said, death is journey. So like life is journey, death is also journey. So you're beginning that journey. So they prepare you for that journey. They come in, bait the dead person, prepare the dead person for this journey. We don't allow strangers to do it in our original culture. But today, mortuary is new. We carry our loved ones. So loved ones, Keep them in one cold room, like ice fish and turkey. In some
Which
places,
which
it's
cold
not even
room? Are
cold
you
room. Yes.
are you in Venezuela? My they don't have cold room.
In some places, it's not even
they,
cold.
they put that chemical in them to make
Yes.
all hack
They
and
put,
stuff
they
fish.
put
Is it cold
formalin,
room?
formalin, and dry them up like a stockfish. You know, if you walk into some of the mortuaries, when you see people there, you think you're looking at tubers of yam. You're like,
I
what
know.
is this? What is this? And giving, they put them there so that they will go and build their house first. So the house that you didn't build when your loved one was alive, so that the loved one will be inside the house and live in a good house. Your father, your mother that should enjoy a good environment in old age, you will not build. When they die, you can keep them in mortuary and begin to build. And you
But
think that the spirit will bless you. Some will keep it there waiting for their children on exile, because all the Igbos are on exile. Yes, you're on exile. You think you're living in US? No, you are forced. You are on exile, economic exile. That's where you are. You're on exile. You're not you're not living in US because you want to live in US. Stop all those guys people are doing on social media. You're on exile. So embrace the truth. So they will, when their loved ones die, they will go and be waiting, keep them in fridge and wait for those ones, when they can have time from work and everything to come. Allowing strangers to desecrate the dead, and even cutting some of their body parts for money rituals. No wonder we have so many angry
no
spirits.
wonder my dad is saying nobody should even take him there. Like he said, don't ever take him there. When he died, we buried him the next within 24 hours, we buried him. And this was recently.
Imagine. And my mom has mentioned that to me as well. So please stop what you're doing. We are tired of having wandering spirits in Igbo land, angry everywhere because of the mortuaries that are full of our people. Please go and do mass burial for them and let them have their peace. They need rest. Please. This is not even a joke. We need to begin to cleanse the land. The youths in the land, begin this campaign, Operation Empty Mortuaries. Go there and find out where they kept us. We'll find their names and find what the village they came from so that they will be buried. Communities, we bury them. We have lands where they will be buried. We have a place where we don't wait for their children that went on exile to come before they are buried. They need to be honored. They need to be honored. Let it begin. That's part of the freedom. Those that are looking for what to do, assignment to do. In Igbo land, we need to begin to honor our dead. Go and look for them where they kept them. Find out their names and the villages they came from so that we begin these plans. In our Igbo culture, only close family members see and bid their dead farewell. This one that are doing public exhibition of dead is new. My mother said, please don't shake me when I'm dead, though. I beg, people should not shake me inside. I say, Mom, you are here. So our dead people, our loved ones, you not put them like you're putting animal in museum. For everybody to go and be peeping at the monkey that is inside museum, inside cage. Will see the mouth, see the face. Some people will even snap and put on social media, showing us where they are in a vulnerable state. It's not time to put them up for exhibition. It's for close family members to come in. It's a solemn time. Some will come and tell them things like, because it's a spiritual thing. If like maybe they suffered on their earth, they will come and speak to them and say, your next life, your life is going to be better. You will be improved. This. They will speak to their spirit. Their spirit will calm down and then they will move on this journey. It's a beautiful thing we have in Igbo culture. And of course, in ancient time, we use biodegradable mats. We don't use all these caskets and of gold and silver and everything that you're putting inside ground that will not decay, destroying the environment. We use just simple mats, simple, so everybody could afford it. Of course, another thing is family and community members contribute for burial. They bring food items. Some people bring bitter leaf. All the bitter leaf, some will go and say, all the bitter leaf for bitter leaf soup. I will wash it, I will bring it. Some will bring ede, some will bring oil, some bring everything. We don't leave the burden for one person to carry. The immediate family and the clan, they come together and bury their loved ones. It's not the one that people are selling lands before they want to get money to bury the dead. Abomination. Aru.
Mm.
If you sell land to bury the dead, where will the living live?
Mm.
That is abomination. We are allowing the poor people to suffer in our land. That's why there's so much hatred, so much criminality. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. In ancient time, we used black cloths to mourn as a sign of sorrow and pain. Iruju. It's not fashion parade or uniform competition.
Mm.
The one that they are doing business in the name of burial. These things are new and strange.
Very strange
When
indeed.
your people die, you go and import clothes. It's time for business. Fashion parade. This group will wear this color. This group will wear this color. Yes, which one is finer? Which one is burial? The loss of a loved one. A loved one is about to begin to in a journey of no return. It's a solemn time. It's not time for fashion parade. Stop doing all this. Stop all this abomination in our land. As Umuada, we are saying what we're saying, and we have the right to say what we're saying. Stop what you're doing. Stop discriminating our land. In ancient time, kings, men, and women are the ones that bury the dead. Umuada no Umuna. It's
Not
not the
church,
church.
oh. You're
It's
not
not the
waiting for
church.
priest that is going to Vatican
No,
for his summer vacation before
no,
he will put you on the list.
no. Because the church is making money from bereaved families in name of burial. You have to pay for mass so that they will do service and sing song and bring him from purgatory and send him to heaven. No, these are abominations. You don't bury our dead for us. We bury our loved ones. Don't know where you're coming with your occultic powers. And when some of these occultic priests come, they will make our dead to miss road. They won't even know say where they're going. They'll be seeing darkness in their journey because you brought one occultist priest to come and lead your loved one on this journey. We do it by ourselves. The Umuna and Umada, when they are done talking to you, telling you how your next life, especially if you die young, they will be crying and say, why did you do this? Why did you allow this to do? This will not happen to you again. And they'll say it will never happen to you again. If you come back to life, you're going to enjoy, you're going to do this, that. This way you suffered in this life is not going to be like that. They will be talking to you because it's a solemn time. And then when they finish, they send you peacefully on your journey. You see the person smiling and going. Or some of the books I read, all this near-death experience. When I read near-death experience in America, they always talk of something good. But in the Nigeria and the Africa, upon all the churches, when they have near-death experience, they always see hellfire. Why would you see hellfire?
Why would you say hellfire? When you left what your ancestors believe in to become somebody else. They don't know who you are.
Yes.
They don't know who you are.
You will see hellfire now. They will direct you to hellfire. We don't do Thanksgiving for the death of our loved ones. No. No one thanks God for the dead one that died. No. So church Thanksgiving and burial, it all is just business. Church business. Fraud. Business. So please, another point is, and is important. Sorry, we're taking time to break this thing down, but it will soon finish. Another point is the blood of Igbo animals are what we use in Igbo land for sacrifice and atonement. Please, the next slide, an atonement, be it during burial or during marriage. So the killing of cursed Fulani cow is new. Is new. That's not, we used to use local animals, Ewibo, Efibo, but we don't even use Efi most of the time because you have to do it. The size of the animal is according to the family capacity. It's not this one that every poor Dick and Harry want to kill cow. No, that wasn't our practice then. And then there's something you call Osanu. This Osanu, it's part of that. That's what we tell you, that it's not just that you're killing an animal to get meat to give to people. It's deeper than that. It's a spiritual thing. So that's why it's not this biggest size of cow or something. That's not what it's all about. Because everything that we do in our culture, there is a purpose, there's a reason. So the Osanu, the Umunna know which one is part of the Osanu. They are specific part of the animal. This one we go to where the dead person, the mother, that's Ikunne, the dead person, whether male or female, that must go there to say that a child, their son or their daughter, is no more. So
Right.
it goes to them. You see, that's why we're interwoven and everything. If you do all these things, you've understand that things are done in a particular way. There's one we call again Ibuna Ozunwada. That means taking the woman. This is for women only, married women. I could told you that our marriage is not because they are purchasing, it's not catch and carry business. No, it's a relationship. So you remember when we did marriage, we told you there's this little she goat that they will give the woman on her traditional wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So she will take it to her husband's house. When she dies, a big she goat is taken back to her family. The meaning of that is symbolic. That little she goat she came with represent her. Now she's dead. That big one is assumed that the she has grown big. That's what I would say. We are not saying that our people died. They are moving on a journey. So that living goat, big she goat, even if that small one has died, because of course, over how many years that she lived, maybe the woman lived 100 years, the original small one would have died.
Yeah,
But
the
you have to,
descendant of that goat. Yes.
exactly, so you have to replace a big one to her family where she came from. So you are taking it there, and now what it means that you are returning their daughter in their family. You do that after burial. She will be buried in her husband's home where she got married. However, there's a symbolic return. It's like exchange. It's beautiful. You look into the meaning of so many of these things is amazing. So that's good. That's what is signifying. That the blood, because we believe so much in blood. So that is the blood of that goat is going back to her family. So she wasn't taken away completely. So that's why marriage in Igbo culture is an ongoing relationship. It's not a cash and carry business. It's not a sale delivered business. No, Igbo women are not slaves that you're selling and purchasing them. No, it's a process. So Jesus said in Mark 12:17, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. Please, our culture, let's return to our culture. It does not disturb Christianity. You can be a Christian and still do what you are supposed to do. In the time past, they led some of us astray because they told us that everything that we're doing in our culture was demonic and evil. No, no. These things were very spiritual and very powerful. So please give to Caesar what is Caesar and give to God what is God. That's what Jesus said. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Our brother, dear Rossi, what about if the goat dies?
That's what we said. You replace,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
It
It's not
can
that
be
original
replaced.
one.
It doesn't
That's what
have
we
to be
said.
that initial one. Yes.
Yeah,
It
it's
has to be that
symbolic.
initial one.
It shows that, okay, you didn't sell, the girl was not
Right.
sold into slavery. She
Right.
only went, women in Igbo land are like ambassadors. So they went as an ambassador to represent their family in this new family to help them build their home. However, you must return something at the end to
Significant.
signify, yes, it's
Mhm.
significant to say this is what has happened. And when you're going to tell them that their daughter is dead, you won't walk in and stroll and tell them their daughter is dead. If not, they will deal with you. You will go first in First Johnny, tell them your daughter is sick, even when she's dead. Because if you dare tell them that their daughter is dead, they'll say, so you killed her.